we have expanded yet again. Our company was established in 1967. During the 5 years of ownership of the company, we have expanded from only 1 unit to now 5. The demand for space is incredible, and therefore we took on another unit. As you can see, it's up to good use already. In Britain it rains a lot. We need more space where we can store the cars temporarily so we can gradually bring them up into the servicing workshop for further works. One of the reasons we needed more space was to build cars like this. This is the restomod E-Type that started it all for us, really. We started with a basic Series 3 V12 2+2 E-Type, and we restomoded it. With the additional engineering input that we have managed to acquire lately, we planned to restomod this car like it's never been restomoded before. This is going to be a groundbreaking E-Type, modern technology applied to an E-Type like you've never seen before. This is really exciting. I can't really talk too much about it because, well, actually I'll just tell you about it. We are going to fit, this car is going to have, we're going to fit, we are fitting, there again, I shouldn't be telling you about it, but there you have it. So this is going to be something else, and stay tuned for more because it is going to be really, really exciting. And here we have a 1986 pristine Jaguar XJSC, which stands for convertible. The car came in after a prolonged period of storage, and we've been entrusted with it to recommission the brakes. Initially, it was only the rear brakes. The rear brakes were jammed, rock solid. The car couldn't move or drive anywhere. In the end, it transpired into a master cylinder and a servo that needed replacing, a full service, and it's ready for another concours, hopefully a winner. But an absolutely amazing condition XJS, very well kept, and credit to the owner. And here we have a race Triumph TR5. Because of our technician specialities to prepare very safe and reliable race cars, we've been entrusted with this particular car to bring it back to life. It's been a reputable race car in the past. It competed at Spa and everywhere around Europe. And what our objective is to bring it back to action, hopefully for next year. And over here we have a 1970s Alfa Romeo Spider Veloce. It's a 2-liter version of the Spider, a thoroughly enjoyable drive on a sunny day. We've been entrusted with this car to service it and to improve it over the winter. The owner of it spent a considerable amount of time abroad, so therefore he left us the car to sort it out for the winter, and he'll pick it up when he returns in April. Moving on, we have a very rare Jaguar XK120 Roadster. This is a full matching numbers car. This particular car has a really interesting story behind it. The way we found it, the way we've been entrusted by its owner to find this particular car. Maybe we can make a full episode just on this car, but I'll tell you a little bit briefly now about it just to stir the excitement up. It is an XK120 Roadster, and it's not been driven since the 80s. And a lot of things on it are built, and all the wiring is like it's been looked after in the 80s. So you can tell a few things like the electrical connectors that are not quite right. They're all kind of prepared and get ready to have the car on the road quickly, and but the condition of it is great, and this is why it excites us really. Not only the history, the low number of owners of the car, and the continuous history of the car since we found it. We look after it, and it's a very rare sight to find an XK120 in this condition. Moving on, we have a Jaguar Mark II. This is an American car. It came to us to be put back together while retaining the patina and the original look. As you can see, it is in far from perfect condition, but in the same time a great patina, and it's beautiful to just look at it, how it is driving. Previously, a couple of years ago, we had it running, did a compression test. The car has not been used since, so we had it driving the other weekend. It drives perfectly fine, no problem. That it's in with us for winter storage. And in the far corner we have a Jaguar XK140, and we've been entrusted with it to get it driving again. The owner of it is not so fussed about how it looks on the outside. He just wants a good driving car, and this is what we're aiming to deliver over the winter. So an XK140 SE with a C-type cylinder head. So it will be, no doubt, it will be a great car to drive on a sunny day. Last but not least, we have a Jaguar XJS V12 automatic. We actually have been looking after this car for a long time. Initially, it came to us after it suffered some weather damage. We only have it in for servicing and MOT. The MOT is something that we recommend with confidence to all our clients in the UK. It is only the yearly safety check. Is normally not required for classic cars, but we still recommend it. It's a cost-effective way of having somebody independent and trained to look over your car and make sure it is complying with all the regulation and is safe to drive on the public roads. So we've done that. We checked it, we serviced it, and it's good to go back to its owner. We are now outside of the main workshops at P&K Thornton Restorations in Nottingham, where, because it's not raining, we have two of our cars. Here we have the Daimler 250 V8, which we serviced and we prepare for an MOT. The car has been with us before for some maintenance work, and now it's only like a yearly checkup, and we're looking to get it through an MOT so the owner can continue to enjoy. Here we have a very exciting Jaguar E-Type V12 restomod. It has been extensively modified, so all the running gear is operated. This car has been built by another company, and it came to us to put it right. Various things were not, the owner was not happy with them. So because we are, if you want a restomod specialist, and our engineering department is very strong, we've been entrusted with putting it right. We're now entering the main workshops here at P&K Thornton Restorations. Now I am going to take you through the areas where the magic happens. Here we have a C3 Corvette, not quite our usual cup of tea, but there we have it. We've been entrusted with it by a trade partner to get it right. It belongs to a famous football player, and we need to get it right for him. In the red corner we have the 1964 Jaguar E-Type 3.8. You might remember this is a car that we restored, and we completed it just before Christmas last year. This restoration took around 18 months, which is unusual. A normal time. We started with the metal work, and then we restored everything: engine, gearbox, all the running gear. It has a new paint job, and it's been used by its owner for the last year or so. It came back to us for a pre-winter checkup and service, and there we have it, where we're getting it ready for him just to enjoy another year. And over here we have Series 1.5 E-Type. It is at the cutoff between the Series 1 and Series 2, and we've been We've been servicing it, we've been preparing it for the owner to enjoy, I guess. It came to us in a poor condition. It's been affected in the usual places by brake fluid, typical post-storage operation where the car has been sat for a while and brake fluid starts to come out in the usual places under the brake fluid reservoirs and around the master cylinder area. What normally happens is the brake fluid comes through the pipe out and it affects the paintwork. Therefore, we had to take it all down to metal again, respray it, and put the engine back. In the process, we ended up replacing some of the engine frames that were not in bad condition and giving it a thorough check and a good service. We're now into the middle unit here at P&K Thornton in Nottingham. We are surrounded by classic Jaguars, as you'd expect. Here we have our ex-Derek Bell Jaguar Mark I 3.4 race car. It's still work in progress. We featured this in previous episodes in various stages of the build. We have now designed and engineered, machined all the engine components. We're looking to put that together. We are rewiring the car currently, and we're going to show you the wiring loom. But yeah, it's still a big continuous work in progress for this winter. On the right hand side we have a Jaguar Mark II 3.4. This is a car that we stripped back to bare metal. We rectify all the metal on over a couple of months, maybe a bit more, but work in progress to build it back up. The engine has been rebuilt, same as the gearbox. It has both axles now, front suspension and back axle. We started fitting the chrome and we're preparing to fit the engine and the gearbox back together. In front of me we have a Jaguar XK120. We had to take the engine out because the core plugs were badly corroded and it was leaking water all over. We're at the final stages now of rebuilding it. The radiator needs to come in together with the carburettors and also the windscreen. The windscreen elements have been re-chromed. We're fitting new glass and we're going to have this ready in the next week or so. And finally, here into our last unit, we have another Jaguar E-Type. It came to us to be recommissioned. It's running, it is a bit poorly at the moment, so we're looking to diagnose the problem. It is overheating, diagnose and find out what we can do for it to get it back on with its owner. We're now in front of our new metal shop here on the farm. We mentioned our plans to create a new metal shop, a lot larger, where we can do a lot more metal work, which we're very good on. We also have a new sign which comes very nicely into play because we have two Italian cars into the metal shop. Therefore, it's very appropriate, Carrozzieri Alfa Romeo. And I'm gonna welcome you into our metal shop and show you what we have in. And here we are. We have the 1965 Alfa Romeo Spider. This is a very challenging project. We took the paint off and it proved to be, well, very problematic. A lot of rust, a lot of filler that came off. There wasn't much left of it. Most of the panels for this car are unavailable. Therefore, a big challenge ahead, but as you can see, we're all kitted out. Daz, our panel beater, is going to do a special episode on this particular car and the challenges around it, so stay tuned for that. In the far corner we have the Lancia Flaminia Superleggera. This is a continuation of the previous episode that we done a couple of months ago. The steel structure is nearly ready now, and the next event is for it to go back to the painters to be protected, so protect the steel structure, and then we're going to fix the new aluminium skins onto it. And with that we conclude our today's tours of the workshop. As you can see, we are ready for the winter. We expect a really long and busy winter ahead, much more to come. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon in the next episode.